In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the customization options in Picture Perfect. The Picture Perfect theme comes with a number of built-in shortcodes, and you can see those shortcodes on our site if you go to the demo, under shortcodes, under content. I'm going to scroll down because what we're going to discuss is the agent social icons and info. You have shortcodes to display your social media links. You have shortcodes to display your phone, email, and address. Now these shortcodes will pull this information in from your theme settings. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go back to the dashboard of our site and we're going to set up those settings. You go to Equity, Theme Settings, and in Theme Settings you have a section that says Agent Info. So we're going to put in our Facebook URL. And then you can put in your Twitter URL. And you can do that for the other social media links, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube. I'm just going to put in a hashtag here just to have something there so they'll display on the front of the site. And then you can put in your address. Okay. And then you put in your phone. You have to enter a country code. The US, it's number 1. And then your phone number. And then your email address. Okay, now once we've put that in, we're going to save those settings. And now we're going to go back to the front of our site. Now we've already got those short codes added to some of the widget areas on our site. So let's refresh and let's go down. You'll see now it's pulled in that phone number we put in. It's pulled in that email address. And it's pulled in our social media links here. So here's our Facebook. So if I click on Facebook, it goes to the Agent Evolution Facebook page. So that's how you set up those that agent information so it gets pulled in with those shortcodes. Now the theme also has a lot of customization options for how you want the site to look and feel. We're going to go to Appearance, to Customize, and let's look at these customization options. Okay, the first one is the site title and tagline. Our tagline currently is WordPress Themes for Real Estate, and the site title is Agent Evolution. Now these were set up in the WordPress settings under the Settings General, but you can change them here in the customization options. You can, if you prefer to have a custom logo you want to display instead of the text title and tagline, you can check Custom Image and upload an image. So we're going to select a file. Let's see if we can find one here. Okay, we've got an image here that's 165 by 80, which is the recommended size. You'll see here your image should be 400 by 80. Your image shouldn't be any taller than 80. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to change that to a custom image. Now you can also add a fave icon, and that's the little icon and the little that shows up in the tabs in your browser. And you can change that just by adding an image that's 32 by 32. Or an Apple Touch icon. If people that are on an Apple device like an iPad, they can save your site and it displays an icon on their iPad screen. And this is a little bit bigger image. This is 152 by 152 that you can add here. Okay, the next item is the navigation menus. We haven't set up menus yet. This will be covered in a later video on menus. The next is widgets. You can also set up your widgets here as well. Now we've already imported our widgets, so we have widgets in these widget areas. This is the home top, the home bottom left, home bottom right, 3 footer widgets, and a header right widget area. Now the theme comes with several different preset colors that you can use. The default is this blue color, but you can change it to the default the green that's built in, a red that's built in, a purple that's built in, or a gray. Or if you want something that's in a different color, you can use the customizer instead. So we can go to custom colors and say we want to decide to change this to say a brighter red. You can select this red, and you see now we've got the red here in our widget areas and for our links. So you can use the customizer for any color you want. If you're trying to match your logo or something, this would be the way to go. Okay, background. Background is the background image that shows up on the front of your site, and you can change that image here. It should be 1200 pixels by 800 pixels. You just simply click on this image and select a new file to use for that image. Next item is the footer widgets. You can set the number of footer widgets you want on your site. Perhaps you want 4 widget areas, or maybe you only want one big widget area there in the footer. You can set that here. Site layout. The default layout is to have your content on the left and the sidebar on the right for your interior pages, but you can change that. Perhaps you prefer just to have everything with full width content with no sidebar. You can set that here. Comments and trackbacks. You can set whether you want comments and trackbacks on both post and pages, or just post, or not at all. Normally you would only enable that just on post and not pages, so we're going to change that. Content archives. Now on your blog page, do you want to display the full post content, or maybe you just want to display the excerpt, and maybe say you only want to display 300 characters. You want to show the featured image, maybe medium, and you want that image to be the left. And the post navigation. When you have a page full of post, how do you want that navigation at the bottom? Do you want it numbered, or do you want to use the previous next instead? And lastly, once you've customized it, if you're having some issues with your customization and you want to go back to the defaults, you just check this box and save, and it goes back to the defaults. Okay. Now, lastly, you can customize the footer on your site. So let's go back to the front of our site and come down. And below the footer widgets, you've got a footer area here where you can customize this area as well. And you do that by going to Equity, to Footer. And here's the footer left. The default is in here with the copyright and a URL link back to agentevolution.com that you can change. The footer right is your WordPress login logout link, and in the middle you've got a disclaimer. If your MLS requires a disclaimer on there, you can add this as well, and then you just save the settings. This area does take some short codes, and those short codes are footer copyright that's used here, and the footer login logout, and those are covered in the short codes in the demo if you need to go back and refer to those short codes, and also in the documentation. So that's how you set the customization options in Picture Perfect.